Captain Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
A lot of people upset at Ben Crump. I've been getting phone calls about this Nolan Wells case ever since I've been covering it. I had one partner tell me that, man, Ben Crump, he only come out when it's something big, and he's a joke. This is what my homeboy told me. He's a joke, man. What is taking Ben Crump so long to get to the audio? Now, I just seen the video by one of the guys that a lot of people don't like, which is Officer Tatum, and he said that Ben Crump basically is avoiding that phone call. So is that phone call, that tow call, legit or what? And what's taking Ben Crump so long to handle his business, man? Man, they might got to get another lawyer because he definitely taking too long. I know a lot of us is fed up and we tired. Like, man, what's going on with this dang on lawyer, man? Let's get over here and see what they got to say, man.
Now, Benjamin Crump is not standing by this phone call.
Hey, we're at the west tip of Horn, and our bilge pump stopped working. We're sinking. Can y'all please come? We have a membership. Shut the fuck up!
And it has gone all over the place. It has gone viral. That is the audio that we're talking about. That Bart, who was seen by people on both sides, says no conversation like that took place. Nolan Wells was not on that boat. And he had nothing to do with anything that happened to Nolan Wells, though he knew him and liked him.
Yeah, and Chris.
All right, now let me stop right there. Even in that phone call right there, you can hear somebody saying, "Damn, Bart." But Bart is saying that phone call never took place. This is why I'm saying, if that phone call is legit, this is the smoking gun right here. Why is Ben Crump not doing his job and bringing out that audio, man? You trying to get to the bottom of this stuff and you over there dragging your feet. Come on, man. You said that y'all had the original audio, you and Al Sharpton. Then what the hell is taking you so long? Because they said, man, he ain't taking this serious. All right, let me let y'all hear it for yourself, man.
I can add more. I saw the video of them on the boat during the phone call.
Was Nolan Wells on the boat?
No, he's not on the boat. This phone call. Now, Benjamin Crump is not standing by this phone call. Or the
what phone call?
He's not standing by the translation.
Oh, so the CTO, yeah, just give people context.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, the CTO call.
So one of the kids, I think it was Warren, right, makes a phone call to CTO, says, my boat's taking on water. Wyatt, sorry. Wyatt makes the phone call. He sounds calm. Well, if his boat was sinking, why was he calm? As a boater, okay, there's taking on water and there's sinking. They're different things. These guys party a lot. They know the boat well. They got a lot of people sitting on the boat. He is calm because he was calm. And it becomes very relevant in one moment. And he's talking to Cito. He says, I have an account. Why? Because Cito's going to charge you different. And they're going to come at a different rate based on whether or not you have an account and what level the account is than if you're just calling. Believe me, I know this. So, no offense to Cito. I'm a member. He is very calm, okay? Now comes this sweetened version of the audio.
All right. This is what we've been waiting for. So this is somebody who actually drives a boat. He said it's a difference between sinking and flooding. So he gave us some information that we didn't know. So there was no need. He said there was no need for them to panic. And then they said they didn't want them to come because it's going to charge them a whole lot of money. They got it from this point. So let's see where he's going. I don't think at this part it don't sound like he's covering up. It just sounds like he's an experienced boater and he giving us information that we didn't have on. I don't ride it, but I don't have a boat. So he giving us some information on what happened.
And a woman makes the case and she sounds very well versed in audio editing. She did this, she did that, she did this, she did that. And then with an adjoining transcript, there seems to be a background conversation that is of a completely different tone and tenor than the phone call from Wyatt. Wyatt, as I said, that's how he is. In the background, there seems to be a conversation, according to the transcript, yelling at this guy, Bart, and what happened to Nolan and what's going on. Nolan, wake up, and this and that. It sounds like someone's dead or dying on the boat with them.
That's what we all heard. That's what we all said. So if that audio, like I keep saying, if that audio is legit, If that was the original recording that the engineer mixed, then what is taking Ben Crump so long to go ahead and get the same information that we heard on the audio? Is it what we heard or not, man?
And it has gone all over the place. It has gone viral. That is the audio that we're talking about. Counsel Russ Latino for Bart Ermiston Jr., who is the Bart, who got on the boat to help them with the draining and towed them to let water come out of the boat. And then they were okay and they canceled the CTO call. That Bart, who was seen by people on both sides, says no conversation like that took place. Nolan Wells was not on that boat. And he had nothing to do with anything that happened to Nolan Wells, though he knew him and liked him.
Yeah, and Chris, I can add more. I saw the video of them on the boat during the phone call. Now, I can't. I presented it in part. It's the one that you see all over TMZ, all over the news. Mm-hmm. It has the Officer Tatum on it, and you see a quick glimpse of that boat. Well, I have the full video.
All right, now he say he have the video of them making that phone call that they made when the boat was leaking water. All right, now if he have that video, he going to explain why he didn't show the video, because there was some other people that was on there. He going to break that down. But I wonder, in that video, when he got all these people on the boat, do he hear the audio as they making that phone call? Can he hear the audio, or is it just a video of these guys on the boat? Let's see if he'll clarify that. But he gonna tell y'all why he did release the video that he said he seen them making the phone call.
And the only reason that I don't want to put the video out and the lawyers are against it, because there's other people that's not involved in this that are featured on the video.
Was Nolan Wells on the boat?
No, he's not on the boat. And the pen, let me tell you that it's interesting, right? These kids, this is my perception for what I see on the boat. They're having a good time. I would argue that some of them are having such a good time that half of the people are concerned and half of the people don't know what's going on. There's two boats. There's the boat that Bart is running to tow, and there's the boat that Warren and them are on. And some people are having such a good time that they're like joking about it. They're not even thinking it's happening. And then you have, Warren's side or Wyatt's side where I can see Wyatt on the phone talking to Cito. Nolan is nowhere to be.
You seen talking, or did you hear him? Well, he said I seen him, but can you hear it? I want to know if you can hear it. He said Nolan is nowhere on that boat. This is why this phone call is so vital. That's why that phone call is so vital, and I don't understand what the hell Ben Crump is over there doing. Seem like he over there chasing the fame, he chasing the clout. His ass need to get down to business, or he need to stay off cases. He need to stay off black cases if he ain't gonna do his job. What are you doing? Now that it's dying down, you didn't disappear. What the hell is you and Al Sharpton over there doing, man?
Found no activity is really going on the other boat.
So you don't see any corresponding activity that would suggest the urgency and the dialogue that is in the transcript of the sweetened audio.
No, there's a girl on that boat that's yelling because she's having a good time and she's screaming and she's talking loud and whatever. And I don't know if that translated to the phone call because she's on the opposite boat. And at one point in the video, the boats are together like this. Because people are trying to get on this boat to the other boat and do all that. And they're all having a good time, if you know what I'm saying. They had a good time out there. So
there is no sign of distress.
No.
There is no kind of frantic or yelling or controversy.
No, it's what the yelling that I hear on the video is people seem to have a good time and they're yelling and saying all kind of crazy. They laughing and
that is the moment that he is calling Cito and being towed.
It has to be some portion of it. The video that I saw was, I think it was a Snapchat that somebody had taken, or they recorded somebody's Snapchat or something like that. And it's only like 36 seconds. But in this entire video, it pans from Bart's boat. It pans around and there's some people faces in there that are not involved at all. And so that's kind of why we didn't put it out without their permission. And then it pans over to Wyatt's boat, which is what I released, like a 3-second thing. It pans over to Wyatt's boat and it comes back over to Bart's boat. So you can see.
All right, do y'all think Officer Tatum is telling the truth as far as the people that he see on the boat on the video that they showing him? This is a video that they showing him. Did he hear the audio? He haven't spoke on that. He said what he saw. Now, if that audio come back, the one that Ben Crump have, and we hear the same thing that we heard even clear from the audio that we heard, when we clearly heard Nolan name being yelled out. We heard Bart name getting yelled out on that call. And we heard something, get up, is he dead, or something like that. Right? This audio is the only thing that we are really relying on at this point to solve this case. Now, if that audio was altered and anything was added to it, then that lady who said she mixed it needs to be arrested. But if she didn't alter the video and she honestly cleared it up by being the engineer, and Ben Crump and them have the same audio, she did it within a matter of days. What is taking them so long?
99%. You can see everybody that's on Wyatt's boat. You can see 99% of people that's on Bart's boat. Nobody's in distress. Some people are joking. They're like, what's going on? And so it's not even the pandemonium that people think it is. It's literally Wyatt is driving the thing with his on the phone like this. Some people are working on the boat like this, and then on Bart's boat, people are laughing and joking and saying, I don't know, are they sinking? They sinking. This is crazy. I think they're sinking. That's the kind.
Okay, so he basically, it sounds like he heard the audio because he's saying what they saying. This is crazy, and all the rest. So evidently he must have. Did you hear the phone? He hearing everything else. So what happened? Did you talk about the part when you heard them talking on the phone? Let's get to that part now.
The environment. So it's not even a panic. And here's the thing. People mad at me because I say this as if I'm making this up. Like, we shared the video. The thing is that this is consistent with an account of 2 witnesses who spoke to police that said they saw Nolan on the island after this had already happened. So that confirms that what people are doing with this call is they're doing what we call confirmation bias. Now, this is why I disagree with the young lady, and I don't think she's professional at all in actually translating or doing whatever she claims she did with the audio. Any audio technician that wants to give a fair forensic explanation of what's really on the audio will never put a transcript on the audio. That leads to confirmation bias. If I promise you right now, Chris, if I did it, I almost had my team do it. Change out the words, put it out to the public, and when people see the words, they're gonna hear what what they think they saw.
There is a power of suggestion that goes to that, and that's why
he got a point right there. He got a point that you could change the words and make it say what he want to say, especially with AI these days. You could do that. But we did hear Nolan name being yelled out on that phone call, brother. We heard that.
Why they have the sweetening experts and then they have the dialogue experts.
Yeah, you can't.
It is interesting that I have not heard the family or,
we would have never knew who Bart was. We never knew Bart was on the boat until we heard Bart name get yelled out on that phone call. That confirmed that Bart was on the boat. Because we didn't know until the phone call came out.
Specifically, Benjamin Crump, as counsel, put out this call as proof of anything.
And let me tell you this. They not only didn't put it out as proof, Benjamin Crump on an interview, I forget the Black Vlog interview he just did recently. I think his most recent interview. He said, we're going to get our own experts to do this. Which means that he did not validate or he did not think.
A lot of people went with that audio, though. A lot of people with big platforms.
I know they did, and they were wrong. And I'm gonna tell you this, Chris.
Yeah, I heard what Chris said. A lot of people went with that audio. Man, people not slow, man. People know what they heard, man. Chris let him do all the talking because Chris gonna say, I think Chris ain't sitting up there being biased. Chris got common sense. He let Tatum do all the talk. He like, man, when this stuff blow over and this stuff hit the fan, if there is something on that audio, I don't want to be the one that's looking crazy because somebody gonna look crazy.
I'm being honest. Some people did it because they actually believed it, because they have no experience in investigations. They don't critically think about these things because they're not seeing that people can manipulate on such a scale. There are others that have ran with it because it's lucrative. If I go and put out Toe shows everything, Nolan Wells was dead on a boat, and I push it, I'm gonna get millions of views. And some people are like, I'd rather get the views knowing that I'm absolved of any responsibility because it's not my video. So I'm going to push it until I can get enough of it. And then I'm going to move on to something else and go, wow, we were lied to. That's crazy. It's like, no, a responsible investigator or a person that's doing due diligence will say, let me make sure that's what that says before I am caught pushing a audio that's saying that Nolan is being killed or he's dead on a boat, which implicates, I don't know, 7 people. So when and Chris, I listened to the audio. I said, I don't have.
If you listen to the audio, then how do your ears hear? Did your ears hear what ours heard? Like I said, we heard Nolan, we heard Bart, we heard, oh my God, we heard a whole lot of yelling on that boat. But we definitely heard Nolan Wells' name. Nolan, get up. And Nolan was supposed to have been left on the island.
A dog in the fight, man. I mean, I'm spending all of my own money to do all of this stuff. I'm sitting here saying, I'm not going to look like a fool. I spent years building my platform. I'm not finna put fake stuff on my stuff I'm not going to put these boys on an interview and let them lie on my platform and then come to that they killed them. My family got.
Man, hey, man. Hey, listen. I don't know who did what. But all I'm going to say is that right there could come back to bite you if it is something on that audio or if later on it come out that this is actual facts. I don't know Officer Tatum. This is my first time even coming across his platform. They have a lot of people that don't like him. I don't know the brother. I haven't watched his stuff. But as far as doing his content, he's doing what he's supposed to do his content. But if it come back, homie, that it was some foul play, man, this will come back and bite you.
Gotta eat at the end of the day. I'm not gonna let them ruin my platform. So, but with all that being said, I look at it and I listen to it and I said, listen, Brandon, see if you hear any of that, because this could be a lead. I don't hear that. Unless I'm reading a transcript, I don't hear that whatsoever. So
did you hear Nolan Wells' name on the audio?
My investigatory skills and my training is like, hold off until you have an expert or you have something forensically done to that audio that will prove what it says in an unbiased way.
All right, so if it's being proved in an unbiased way, just like you saying you didn't hear anything, that's being biased. That's being biased. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear anything. You making that, you clearing that up and making sure that everybody understand that you didn't hear anything when you got people that said they heard something. So the best way to say any is that, you know what, I did hear the video, but I'm going to let experts deal with it. I'm not going to say I didn't hear anything. I'm not going to say I heard anything. I'm going to let the experts bring it out. But you is adamant about not hearing nothing on there. So anyway, man, y'all can go to Officer Tatum. This is his platform. This is his page right there. I'm going to subscribe too. I ain't even subscribed. The Officer Tatum, y'all go over there and subscribe to his channel. The Officer Tatum is his channel. I subscribe. Hey, man, I'm a content creator. I'm a reaction channel. I'm not biased against nobody. I don't have no problem with nobody on here, man. I just do reactions. And I hope that the best come out this Nolan Wells situation. I hope they get down to the bottom of it. You know, we all have our thoughts and beliefs on what we think happened. But at the end of the day, we got to still let people do their jobs. The investigators do their job, even though it seemed like nobody is doing their job. Even Ben Crump. We don't know what they got up their sleeve. But Ben Crump, buddy, you need to get on it, man, because you're looking bad over there. You looking real bad. You and Al Sharpton, man. Real bad. Y'all need to hurry up and get on this, man, because if that audio is the original audio and we heard, and everybody's saying what they didn't hear, this is the key to the case. Why you think they keep on talking about the audio? They no longer even talking about Nolan being left on the island. What happened after that? The audio is the only thing that's being brung up right now. Y'all go to Officer Tatum Show and watch the rest of that interview. Good interview. It's Compton Rick Rock with Compton Rick Rock TV. I'll catch all of y'all on the next reaction.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.